Hello, my wonderful, amazing artists. It's me, Miss Abby, your art teacher, and today we're getting inspired by some of our favorite summer weather treats like ice cream and popsicles and ice cream sundaes and sorbets and milkshakes. And what's fun about this lesson today is that we get to use a couple different senses and think about a couple of different senses, including sight, touch, and taste today. So I'm going to show you first how I drew the ice cream cone and the popsicle. And then we're going to talk about how we can give this our own creative spin. And I'm using a marker, but I actually recommend using a pencil so you can erase if you're a little nervous or want to be really careful and perfectionisty. Okay, so I'm going to draw an ice cream cone first. And the ice cream cone is shaped like a triangle. There's our triangle. Now, when we reach out and touch an ice cream cone, if we're thinking about that, is our ice cream cone smooth? Is it bumpy? How does it feel? What is the texture? Now, my favorite type of ice cream cone is a waffle cone. And here's how I make a waffle cone with my drawing, is that I add diagonal lines going one direction and then the other. Remember, we have vertical lines, horizontal lines, and diagonal lines. Diagonal lines remind me personally of like a slide or a hill that you could slide down. Okay, so we got that. And I'm gonna change colors. Now we're gonna add the ice cream scoop on top. And I'm just picking out a nice bright color. Now I like to add this kind of cloud-like shape. And then a half circle. But you don't have to stop here. You can do a double scoop if you want. And you can even add a little whipped cream and a cherry on top. Maybe some hot fudge. Oh, very fun. So that is how I made the ice cream cone. Now the popsicle is like really, really easy. Do you want to see how easy it is? You gotta do a horizontal line. Then you do two vertical lines. And then a curvy kind of rainbow line. Let me just draw a stick in. What's most fun about the popsicle is figuring out what's inside, what flavors, what bright colors. Maybe you do like a pattern of stripes or something. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, this is the easy part. Now, next we got to think about our sense of taste and our sense of sight and the colors that describe or show what our favorite flavor is. For example, this one I did pink, as it's a chocolate covered strawberry flavored ice cream. So it's pink for the strawberry, and then chocolate chips. So I used brown and chocolate fudge. And then this one is a watermelon flavor, so I did pink and green. So think about what your favorite flavors are and think about what your favorite flavors are and pick out colors that remind you of those flavors. Ta-da! Here is my ice creams. This one is a double scoop of watermelon sorbet, which is one of my favorites. I actually think water sorbet is different than ice cream in that it doesn't have as much milk. But I don't know, it's my favorite to get at the ice cream shop. and it has some hot fudge on it, and it's cherry and whipped cream. This one is a rainbow swirl popsicle flavor. I don't quite know what it tastes like. Probably a bunch of different fruit flavors mixed together, like fruit punch. Now, if you want, you can be done and have your paper like this. Or if you feel like cutting out, let me show you how to cut out a beautiful popsicle or ice cream cone. Because what's fun about these is that they're kind of like life size. This is pretty close to the size of a popsicle that you could go get at the grocery store. And I'm gonna leave this paper and save it for sure. But see, I've got this. I did the bubble cut, or the square cut, so I cut the space around it. And look at all the space I saved on my paper. Now I'm gonna cut off little pieces to get this nice and neat. And I'm letting the paper fall on my table. And I will clean it up later. So cutting around and around. Ta-da, here's my popsicle. And it's all cut out. It's life size, which is kind of fun. Because normally when we're drawing things that are like much smaller than they are in real life. But this is actually the size of like a little popsicle you might get at the grocery store. Maybe a little smaller. But see, like compared to my hand, it's pretty big. And what I like about this shape and size of paper is also it's kind of useful as a bookmark. So if you are reading a book and you're partway through and it's time to go. I want to save my place in my book so I can pick up where I left off. So I'm going to put it in the pages, close it, and then I remember the place for next time, which I think is a fun application, which I think is kind of neat. But yeah, so art challenge today is to create your favorite dream frozen dessert. It can be one that you go to it can be inspired by one that you go to get anytime you're at the ice cream truck. Or you can kind of think like put on your chef hat and come up with your own interesting flavor combination using creativity. Or maybe mashing up a couple favorite flavors. Bye, have fun making art inspired by desserts and ice cream.